and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and today I thought I'd show you my drafting table setup and a couple of things that I have changed since I last did my craft room tour. So this is my drafting table. As you can see, my craft room is only slightly bigger than the actual doorway, so I do apologise if some of these shots aren't quite zoomed out as much as I'd like, but yeah, this is my drafting table setup. I picked this one up from Hobbycraft. It does tilt up and I will show you that in a moment. I've also got a chair from IKEA. I sort of found the comfiest chair that didn't cost a lot and would fit tuck underneath the drafting table. It does actually come with a little stool, but it's not comfy for long-term diamond painting. So my main items around my drafting table is, of course, my trays. So this is new. I have got two of my tray sets up, tray storage up on the wall, and these tend to house my complete sets, so where I have the AMZ tray and the Zesty tray in the colours, and my daughter's made it gorgeous rainbow for me, and then I have my other trays over here, my AMZ trays and my Zesty trays, and then a couple more like complete sets, but according to my daughter they didn't fit in the right colourway. That's the right colourway. So I will actually be moving quite a lot of these about because I will be using them for my June waffle, which is currently hung up there until I find a picture that I want displayed up the top. But anyway, I digress. My main drafting table area is this. So it does come with a couple of drawers. And to be honest, I found while I do have some bits in one, I don't tend to go to the drawers often. Now, maybe it's just because my craft room's quite small. So I currently still have an off the canvas item that I plan on doing at some point. In fact, I might take that with me on holiday because why not? Take that with me, but this is the main drawer that I do have a few bits in. So when I am sitting working here, I have all my diamond painting putty is in here, and I can grab that to fill up my multi-placer. I have my glue dots to fill up my pen. I have a set of tweezers. I do store most of my other tweezers somewhere else. I will show you that. I have the crayons that I just did a tip and trick video on. I have a pickup pen, and I have this gorgeous pen that was made for me as a sort of grab pen, and then I do also have a trash tray, sort of. That's my handy. Oh, and my little straightener if I need to straighten up any diamonds. So they're the tools that I sort of occasionally need to grab. Primarily I will grab a pen and a tray, sometimes picking a tray to match the painting, sometimes picking it to match the pen, either way. But I do have like most of my tweezers, some of my pens, my pickup pens and things in this little pen holder, which I can grab from. However, as you all know, when you're sat, you've got a comfy spot, you're diamond painting, I will still reach for the tweezers in there. So at the moment, I currently have my easel on my drafting table, and my drafting table is flat. Now there is a reason for that. Because of the size of this painting, I am working on it with the symbols the right way up. Now my brain can cope with the symbols being the right way up. My brain can cope with them being to the side. They can even cope with them being to the other side. So sideways. However, my brain cannot cope with them being upside down. So because of the size of this painting, I have the last sort of section, because it is the top of the drafting table is too high up for me to sit and diamond paint because I'm a short person. I have opted to use the easel. So my easel still will sit on my drafting table. I can sit here and diamond paint, or I can grab my small folding table, take it into the conservatory on the couch and diamond paint from there. So I quite like this in the fact that I have both options to diamond paint when it gets to that point in the diamond painting, where an easel works better for me. So yeah, you're seeing this just before, I'm actually filming this video before I film my whip and waffle, which will have gone up on Sunday. So I'm going to be finishing this painting off in the whip and waffle, but I wanted to show you the setup on my easel, hence filming this now. What I will do is, once I've shown you my other little bits that I have near my easel, I will pop this one on my filming table, ready to do my whip and waffle, and I will set up on my easel my walking in the rain, so you can see its current progress for that one, and you can see how my drafting table works when it's being used as its primary reason. So anyway, the other stuff I keep near my drafting table is my rolling cart. Absolutely love this rolling cart. It is the small one from IKEA, so it's not the Raskog, it's the other one. And I used to keep a load of tools on this sort of shelf, and what I've found is I had a good sort through, and the tools that sort of the glue dots, the things I was grabbing for and needed handy, have moved into this drawer, which is great. And this is actually now all my Paint Gem mini sets. They are actually in alphabetical order. It's actually the other side of it that I have my label, if you can see. So I have got my labels. Because this tucked under my drafting table sort of shelf, when I'm filming and I'm kitting up a Paint Gem, I need to be able to look at them from the other side. That's why they're labelled up that way. So all my Paint Gems are here. This bottom shelf is the tools that Megan uses for her diamond painting. Not that she's done any for months, but that is where I keep all her tool bits handy, because really this cart is ideal for these two parts. One is my little bin. So I do use a trash tray, but sometimes I need to get rid of things that are, you know, a bit bigger, especially if I'm having snacks. So this is a great sort of go-to and drop in. And then I primarily use it to store my diamonds. Now, you may be thinking you have a little shelf here, and I do, and it pulls all the way out. So it gives me a nice big area to put my diamonds. Fits a tray absolutely perfect, and it's all well and good when I am working on this side of my drafting table, on this side of my painting, and I can grab them. However, when I'm all the way over here, I have to get up to get that. Now, I'm not sure, you know, whether you can fully see, but my chair will move over and I have to get up to get my diamonds, which is not the aim of the game, let's be real. So this cart is on wheels. So this is why I absolutely love this cart. So I will use that. This will also go outside with me into the conservatory when I am working with the easel and the table, and I can just wheel the whole thing out, and it's the perfect height for me to put my case, which means I don't put it on the couch next to me, which means Luna can still come for snuggles, which is what she likes to do. And it's great storage underneath for the likes of my Paint Gem and stuff, because my bookshelf was starting to get full. So yeah, that is my initial diamond painting setup. I do have here my boxes. So this is my box for my current painting that I'm working on, if I do ever need to put it away. This one is Megan's painting, and this one is Walking in the Rain. So I keep the sort of boxes for what I'm working on handy, and then my stash is all in there, of which one of them will be on this drafting table soon. Let's see which one, because of course you'll have seen this is already finished, so it'll be time for the next one. So yeah, that is my drafting table setup at the moment. What I'm going to do now is I am going to move this one onto my desk, ready for filming. And I'm going to set up my Walking in the Rain, because I like to work on Walking in the Rain, which is my big project, my big Thursday project. I do a little bit of that one in an evening when I don't have a big diamond painting to do. So I'm going to set that up. I may get a section or two done. I may not get any done. Time will tell, but I'll set that up and show you that now. So as I'm pulling Walking in the Rain out to put it on my easel, on my drafting table, sorry, I did realise that I actually work on Walking in the Rain sideways. So if I went and put that on my drafting table the same way I normally do, you wouldn't get to see sort of its current progress rate. So let's see if I can get, say, it's a very, very small room, but there you go. That is currently Walking in the Rain. Very weird angle, but I am tucked with my hand right up against my other bookcase. But yeah, that is Walking in the Rain on the drafting table. I'm just going to set it up the way I actually work on it now, and showcase you that. So this is Walking in the Rain set up, sort of ready for me to work on it. So this drafting table will actually lift up to a few different levels. So I can have it really, really high if I want, or I can have it quite low. And then if I lift it all the way up to the top and then go down, it will fold it all the way down flat, which is how I had it before. Or if I then pull it back on itself, it will stop at whatever level. So this sort of level kind of works for me. It's very similar to the easel, just of course a bigger workspace. I do use my light pad across both of them. So this is an A3 light pad. It is battery operated, but I do have my charger plugged in over there, and it can stretch when it needs to be charged up. So this will either sit on my easel and make it bigger, or it sits on my drafting table. And while I have thought about getting a bigger size, this is actually a really good guide for me, because the height, no, it's not going to scroll back. It's not going to do it. It wants to fold back, of course, the way it should. But the height of this, and where the light shines, is actually sort of the most comfortable height for me when I'm sat down diamond painting. So having my seat, having this light pad lets me know where to move my diamond painting to, so I can set it all up and clamp it down. At the minute I've only got one clamp on, but I normally put two, and use the top of my light pad, which is there, as a guide as to how high it needs to be. So because of the size of this painting, you will see that when I work on it on camera, I work on it the other way around. It is my favoured way of working. But because it's getting near the end, or very close to the end, I can have it set up on here with the symbols facing this way. So this way is up, and I'm still able to read them. The only difference when I'm working on Walking in the Rain is I will still use my cart to bring my diamonds close to me, but because I have 3 different trays for this painting, I will have a couple sat on here and I'll have one sat on here, and I'll just switch them about. So if you've been watching my Walking in the Rain, all my symbols that are blue, yellow and red are all in one tray. So I will use that tray I will sit that on here on top of the other two, use that tray and then put it here out of my way, but I can still grab it. I can still grab the whole tray easily if I've missed a symbol, which happens more often than you know. And then I can have the other couple and I can just sort of move them out of my way and back. So yeah, that is my drafting table setup. I hope that helps you in any way you may set up yours. But of course, let me know if you've got any more hints and tips on how to work on the drafting table. But never forget, you can do it flat with your easel as well, if that makes sense, which on some paintings, for me, it makes perfect sense. And I've actually got a little ledge for my tray as well. So who knows if I will sway to that way of working a little bit more than I have been, so that I can use the table surrounding my easel a little bit more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.